Greetings and salutations.
You're a hack.
I had some airhead, and now I got the sugar in me.
So you're becoming an airhead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if that was not targeted at AC, by the way. AC's a nice guy.
I'm gonna tweet right now. Gotcha's curl.
God's just called AC an airhead.
Please retweet this as I tweet.
Subtle Twitter plug of your own.
Just call AC an airhead.
Wow.
So did you?
Thrown under the bus. I thought we were a team.
We're not a team here.
All right.
Remember that last time I talked about goal graph, and you purposely didn't show goal graph. You showed experience graph. That's throwing me under the bus.
I mean, I was gonna ask you this during the break, but I'll ask you this now. I don't really care if people here, but when you say something like Weaver with his armlet when you mean medallion, do you want me like correcting you or?
No, correct.
Okay. Well, I guess I don't want to like butt in, and then after like you finish, like you keep on talking, then I feel like the moment's already passed and it's like too late to correct you. So I always feel like awkward saying, "Oh, by the way, you meant to say this."
So LD and I we agreed that during TI3 we shouldn't do shit like that.
Okay.
Because it doesn't help the cast that much.
No,
people
you
realize,
don't wanna,
and then it just makes the other caster look bad. But
yeah.
Here
So I'm sure people like will say in chat like, "Oh, Weaver armor, what's Lumi talking about?" But and by then if it's kind of awkward because for me it's like if I don't say anything, it seems like I'm approving it.
Yeah.
So, okay, viewers in chat, offer us your opinions, but we're learning casting here.
Oh, that fade was sexy. That was like. You see that fade?
Can we see it again?
It was like a 10-second fade. It's like like we're being forgotten. There, you see? Like we're disappearing.
I got the twinkle hands. We need to have airheads more often on stream.
Yeah, I know.
We also need to get some like blonde and brunette airheads in the studio.
Damn. I approve of that.
Small, cute, petite Asian airheads. Send applications to bts@beyondthesummit.tv.
Yeah. Why they quickly change from blonde to Asian petite?
I prefer Asian. We can forget the blonde brunette.
Me too.
We'll stick with Asian.
Okay.
We're looking for, I don't know, quote unquote support staff.
Yes. The requirement is that on face value,
more attractive than Blitz.
More attractive than Blitz, and not less questionable than Blitz as well.
Yep. Okay. I think we've got good criteria.
Okay. Alright, so Nature's Prophet for Scary Phase, as well as Alchemist for Poseidon. I haven't seen these heroes that much lately. Missed these heroes, actually, quite a bit.
Yeah, this is going back to, I guess, a bit more standard. I mean, at least for these two teams. Poseidon happy to pull out the Chen again. But yeah, carry Alchemist, I mean, not necessarily a carry Alchemist, something which is seeing less play, at least.
Wait, so who was the player that got was it Jodem that got a Naga Midas?
Yes, Jodem.
20 minutes in, 22 minutes
Medved.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna see a Venomancer. So
I've seen this hero lose so many games recently.
I've seen this draft before. Where you go third pick Venomancer and you're like, oh. Last time somebody third pick a Venomancer was LGD in Sprax.
I've seen a few. We saw a Venomancer yesterday, I want to say, and it was quite sad. I've seen Venomancer. I want to see checking Venomancer's win rate right now, and I don't think it's too pretty.
Can we see the Venomancer solo mid?
I like Venomancer solo mid. I just don't like this support Veno. It offers so freaking little.
Loss, win. Loss.
The hero's sub 50%. Not too bad.
I mean, you got
after 600 games.
You have to check in the past 2 months, right?
Oh, can you do that?
Can you?
I'm not sure.
That though the noobs.
Yeah, unfortunately. All right. Well, recently, looking at this match log, there's a lot of losses. Well, it's kind of close to 50-50, but every time I see it like in a big game, important game between two evenly matched team, it just flops.
Yeah. Well, how many suns are there on Scary Phase? 1.5?
Clockwork. Just Clockwork. I mean, Clockwork's got like 20 stuns in one spell.
Yeah.
So that's 20 stuns.
It averages out to like 1.5 amongst all the other spells in the game.
So you're saying Battery Assault's half a stun and then Hookshot's 1, or is Hookshot not even a stun?
I mean, Cogs
can be.
Cogs is a half a stun to me. Cox
Yeah.
is like a 5-second stun on some cases.
Yeah.
And then Clockwork Hook is a stun. I count that as like a quarter of a stun because it's not really reliable.
Yeah, you have to be in the right position.
Right.
Getting
So
blocked and
Sprout's like a quarter of a stun. So this, this team has 1.5 stun.
what about battery assault? Is that not?
That's like you have to get in position for that.
That's like
Who has time for that shit?
Dragon Tail's a stun. You have to get in position for Dragon
No,
Tail.
not when it's range.
Yeah.
Have you seen that
At
one?
least melee form, but
Yeah. It's like you don't count Visage Birds as stuns, but you count them as like half a stun.
okay.
Yeah. You gotta factor in reliability in here.
I think you need to make like a YouTube video about this of like
Yeah.
go through every single spell and say how much of a stun it is.
How many stun is there?
So is each familiar half a stun, or is the familiars combined half a stun?
The familiar combined are half a stun.
So
because
each one's a quarter of a stun.
if you land one familiar, you're landing the other familiar. But if you're not landing any familiars, or you're
you don't split up your familiars? No micro.
I'm
Where are
pretty
your where are your Michael skills?
all right. Sakura or Jodem, who's playing it, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see box drag micro. We'll call this
Yeah.
guy out.
Yeah, almost I see
Yeah,
very few pros.
The only one pro I know for sure hotkeys individual familiars is Fluff and stuff, and you see it from his micro.
Yeah.
I could tell you that QQQ does box drag.
I mean, Fluff will also have them generally grouped together. It's just certain situations where we'll have them separate. But all right, well, no one matches up to Fluff and stuff as Visage. Maybe AUI. You reckon he has separate?
AI feeds on his Visage,
Yeah.
but he also farms a lot more than other Visages because he
Dude,
split push with his birds.
He just like farms neutrals for days in the first 10 minutes of the game.
All right, so this guy has a stun. In fact, he has like 2,
Really?
2.5,
Only-
because the
yeah,
batches
I'd
are
say 2.5. I'd give him 2.5.
2.5. You know.
Nether stun in itself is like a good almost 1.25 stuns in my opinion.
Yeah,
it's
sure,
Just
I-
it's just that good.
It's not good. I buy that argument.
Yeah. Charge is AoE stun. You stun 5 heroes with it sometimes. So charge in itself is sometimes more than one stun.
And oftentimes it just doesn't hit.
Yeah.
That's also that too.
It balances out to 1.
All right, so what is this Venomancer? Like, let's try to understand this hero. This guy, by the way, has no stun for anybody that's wondering. What does he do for us here?
Very little. He's actually okay. I want to take that back. He's actually quite a good support hero to have against offlane bounty hunter. If you get dust, he's actually one of the better heroes at killing bounty hunter at level 1.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is later on, like because you think like your Jakiro or something, you actually can't kill bounty hunter too reliably at level 1. But the Venomancer at level 1 slow is fantastic.
But here's the thing, though. It's not like they picked it against the Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter was picked after it. So I just don't know what this hero's supposed to do.
It's not good against alchemists. It doesn't do much against Chen. I mean, sure you can use Plague Warrior as a static defense for pushes, but in general that's just meh. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm very mad about this hero. He's got bad taste. I mean, the guy loves soap, for Christ's sake.
He does love soap.
So something's wrong with him. Is Soap maybe like the Russian equivalent of soap? Being a Russian team.
Pretty much.
Okay.
It's fairly similar spelling.
I mean, Russian is a similar related language to English, isn't it?
Yeah. All right. Let's quickly introduce the players here. We have Blackbeard playing, obviously, the Spirit Breaker. Cherry on that offlane Nature's Prophet. State 2-1. Actually, I was pretty impressed with Storm last game, especially the fact that he got ganked, but still a very good recovery. He's playing on Clockwork this game. Yamaha playing our Weaver, and last but not least, Shadows Love Soap is playing the Weaver, or Venomancer.
Alright. For the Dire team, it is Poseidon, as we do see the puck getting into the game here, is Chen disconnecting again. It's going to be Jodem, or Medved, playing the Visage. We're going to see Alchemist, which is
Look at this Chen.
1S820.
I'm gonna let you finish, but this Chen is just fucking going hyper right now. He's trying to jump a fence or something.
There's some equestrian shit going on there. Oh my god.
Look at that leap.
This is like, that's a good candid moment right there. Whew.
Man. That guy has got some hops. Alright, sorry. Go back to player introductions.
That's right. The team's on camera again. We've got so Illidan's playing the Alchemist, the former Virtus Pro player. Chen, Sakura. We've got XX or Tame My Wild on Puck, and then Pub on the Bounty Hunter, also KSI. Apparently you don't Vikramon, who's like a Russian expert, being like Russian himself, although he speaks
Vikramon?
English. Yeah, he's
Okay.
actually Russian. Apparently you don't say it KSI, it's Kasi.
Yeah, he told us that. See.
Yeah.
And I called him C during TI.
Okay.
And I forgot.
You forgot during TI, or like you
No, I
mean
forgot
afterwards?
afterwards that
Okay.
his name is Kasi. Yeah.
Yeah.
KSI is just a lot more.
Yeah. I learned that just yesterday, and that was
Yeah. And when somebody tell you, oh, his name is Kasi, it's like, Are you trolling me? Is this like Eggum for EGM? Like,
Yeah.
you don't know.
Yeah, but like once you know it, it's like, okay, I want to. You want to call these players by what their name is.
Koifa,
Yep, Quickfa.
Xbox.
That's Russian for Xbox. Yeah. So that's like I was saying, Russian and English very similar languages.
Same thing.
Yeah. So I mean, Xbox. Soap, sewed.
Is this the God's Russian lesson today? Is that our spin-out segment?
Yeah.
All right.
Uh.
Alright, we got some Dota going on. Ooh, so this is something that we saw out of Poseidon yesterday, or the last game, sorry, where you start out with double smoke. Spearbreaker has a smoke, and then we have Chen, or I think Venomancer. Somebody just got a
Dude,
smoke.
Smoke Spirit Breaker is legit. Like, you know how you always talk about offlane Spirit Breaker? You try and charge
Yeah,
mid lane,
yeah.
you get spotted by wards. You just smoke to do it. That's legit. Why
Or
haven't
you
we
could just
seen
play
that
him on
yet?
a support and smoke.
That's true, that too.
Sorry, I got confused on. I thought Chen and Spearbreaker are on the same team, so I was like, oh, 2 smoke in the early game,
No,
but
just one.
Sakura is on Dire. And...
Yeah.
Okay.
I like what Venom picking up the early dust. Also having sentry wards. Sentry wards you want to use more for the making sure you have your pull camps, whereas the dust is fantastic for actually killing bounty hunter.
Yeah, and I really like the fact they started well with both. A lot of players like, oh yeah, we'll just get sentry for the bounty, but a lot of times you need the sentry to be dewarding, like you said, and sometimes you gotta just make sure, especially for a hero like Venomancer, if you Gale, and if he's invis, the Gale just does not hit.
Yep.
It does not affect invisible heroes, so it's very important you dust him and then Gale and then kill.
I remember burning Faceless Void actually like buying dust to go into the
team.
laning stage. He even bought it like for his team, like as a carry.
It actually makes a lot of sense if you think about
Yeah.
it, because if you use the dust, which is 90 gold per pop, and you get a kill, you earn far more than 90 gold.
Yep.
Unless you're going for a Hanamitis or... I think that's really the item. Unless you're going Hanamitis or Battle Fairy Rush. It doesn't really matter if you're down 180 gold.
And that says like in Faceless Void, it's not like you want that ring of protection. Like Weaver, it struggles to bite here because he wants to go for the early Bassi ring. So if you don't get the ring of protection, you have to use the courier, which you can't really take the courier from the mid lane. But for a Faceless Void, it's like all you need is treads, Battle Fury. You get all those early game items from the side shop. Your treads are there, your ring of health is there, and that you're fine. So
yeah, I'm working on an article because this is something I've noticed quite a bit from my own public games. Like, for example, the solo mid refuses to get like dust or wards for himself. If you think about it, if you wards are 75 gold each, if you prevent a gank going your way, you more than make up for 75 gold. Same thing with dust.
I think in competitive Dota, you won't see your solo mid buying wards often, although I think there's a really good case. If you're playing a casual game, you should be buying your own wards. If you're mid, if you really want wards, just buy them.
Yeah.
If it saves your life once, it pays for itself. But looking at like competitive games, the solo mids will constantly buy dust and sentries. Like if you're against invis heroes and you're a solo mid storm, you want to go gank, you just straight up buy your own dust. And that's something which I think casual players like just think it's the support's duty, which isn't the case.
Yeah, it's just whoever has the extra gold to pick him up, and generally the support picks it up so that the carries don't have to. But if you need the wards, you need the wards. Also, another thing to talk about that is if you look at Dendy when he plays Pudge, always buys his own smoke because he needs it. He just wants to get ganks up with his own smoke. So it's definitely worth the investment.
All right, well, let's go Volvo, as it looks like both the two teams are ready to get things underway in our second game here. Poseidon still with a decent chance of advancing. But
all right, we're officially IP Dota now. Let me eat some Arrowhead.
What flavor did you get?
Orange.
We ate all the cherry, which is like the best flavor apparently.
Oh, really? Damn. Oh, we have pie.
We got chocolate pie. Oh,
I'm not
I like
allowed
pie.
to eat them, but
Dude, Sing's asleep.
there you go.
Hopefully not watching the stream. I'll get some pie after this game.
Yeah, let's get some pie. It's like my motivation. We have like 5 more games right now.
Yeah. Apparently Lawrence got the airheads just for the cherry ones, and then I ate all the cherry ones before he could even get to them.
Oh.
Like he came back, there was like a ton in there, and there was no cherry ones. And I pulled the oh, I had 1 or 2, when in reality I
An
had
LD.
full Neldy.
What
This is
do you-
funny.
What do you-
Even like when you say like I had 1 or 2, what you really mean is you had 2, or you had more than 2. You never, whenever you say you had 1 or 2, it's definitely not 1. Like it's just one of those things you say.
Or you
to-
could have just said, I just have 1.
Yeah, if you had 1, you say I had 1. But if you say I had 1 or 2, it never means 1. That's just straight up bullshit. But apparently the mystery flavor is actually not too bad as well. I convinced Lawrence that the mystery flavor each one's different. So some of them are cherry. So just eat more of the mystery ones. You'll get some cherry ones. I'm not sure whether or not he actually believed it though.
This is a very good drawing of a rocket. Where's my mouth?
A star. That's a nice star. Oh, that's not a very nice star. Please, SFZ, please.
I'm chewing my airhead, so if you wanna.
Are you gonna share with the chat?
No?
You're gonna share with me?
Of course.
We can just start it one side each and meet in the middle.
Who's gonna talk?
Look, as long as there's a camera on us, the viewers will be happy and won't need talk.
That's true. Airheads are surprisingly chewy. You get a lot of value. You get a lot of chew out of this one.
They go down really fast. Like, it's not like gum where, like, I always start when I'm thinking, oh, I can just have a little bit, but I always have to, like, put it all in my mouth at once.
You like it, don't you, when you put all your mouth at once?
Oh, you know I like it, Lumi.
Alright, fair enough. Looks like Nature's Prophet. Oh no, the tree dies! And the pool goes the other way. But, Alchemist, oh, this is a misplay. When your supports are trying to kill the tree like that, you try to lead it back in the jungle. You just don't tank it in front of the tower. And now the creep equilibrium is lost.
Yep.
Who is this guy? What's his name? Illidan Stormrage?
Yeah, Illidan. The VP carry.
Yeah, TI3 carry?
Yep.
Misplaying.
That's a dubious claim.
I'm just saying, that's you ask Envy, and Envy will flame just as hard as I will. If not harder.
Yep. So Cherry blocking this pull camp 2 times in a row here. No pulls for Medved on that Visage, but you've got the Chen just jungling away, and all in all, I mean, Alchemist just needs to get his farm up, it looks like. He's going to be going for a Greevil's Greed build. Probably see a Midas Rush as well.
Hold on here. Look at Veno. Correct me if I am wrong, but doesn't this ward block off their own camp?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
100%.
Alright.
Does this Dire Sentry Ward block, though? That I am not sure of. I don't think this Dire Sentry Ward actually blocks.
Look, somebody in this game needs some warding 101. I don't know whether it's Pub, whether it's Venomaster, but is this real life here?
Oh, they got a kill. That's real life.
If they hit the Gale.
He can tank going through. Yeah.
Alright, TP out. Oh! Precision charge bash. There you go. Nicely done. First play comes out.
That is the most anticlimactic charge I've ever seen.
I know.
You heard?
No, actually.
Look, you hear that charge noise, the rumble, like the car getting started, and you're like, I want to see a Spirit Breaker go flying from bottom lane to top lane, and he did not move a fucking inch. That was disappointing.
No,
I did not get good value out of that charge. That was some bullshit, Lumi. I don't want to hear anything else.
The most disappointing charge ever is when the ensnare goes on you as you're charging.
Yeah.
You hear the charge sound, but he just stands there.
That's like the car just revving up and then suddenly dead battery.
Yeah. Okay, well, at least First Blood came out. They got something done here.
Yeah, they're going to smoke up and maybe go for a early rotation towards the middle lane, roaming Space Scout.
All right.
Or even back bottom. There's a Puck at mid, so quite a hard hero to actually kill off. But as the Bounty Hunter, you've got Dust, easy peasy.
I'm pretty sure the Dust is still on cooldown. Maybe it doesn't show on cooldown?
No, it does show. Normally it does show. It was quite a while ago they used it, and I think they should be able to catch up. Yep, there's your charge, there's your Gale. A second kill at bottom lane.
That one was not... there was anticipation, and there was also result.
Yeah, that was a much better charge. The first one I'm disappointed by.
Okay. So 2 kills instantly on the bot lane, and back in the mid lane, it looks like Orbs forced to actually John out here to the right side.
Yep. Puck gonna come his way out, and the State, well, he's trying to get his bottle. I think he's already got his bottle. That's safe. If he hasn't got it, he's in trouble. But Midas Recipe being bought by Weaver.
All right.
And he's got a Midas Gold. He's gonna go bottom. He's got the gunning money for a Gloves of Haste and 1 creep, and this is a 3.5. Probably ends up being about a 4-minute Midas.
Yeah. I mean, when you get 2 kills right from the get-go. It doesn't take too much, and he's got 6 creeps. It seems like 5 creeps out of every single minute. Per kill, it's not gonna get it. You gotta get like.
Oh, if he killed that and slowed down the Midas, they've got more dust as well. Well, I thought they didn't actually use the dust when they killed him.
Oh, they still got him! Of course, this is a 10% movement speed slow.
Charges, no mana for charge.
Oh, Sakuchi. No!
He's got boots. The boot's going to save his life there. I thought they had that, but no mana for a charge. Gale, not in range. And that was actually, like, not using the dust when they killed him at that second time. Almost got them an extra kill.
Yeah, which is, somewhat unfortunate they don't get that one. Because he was supposed to be dead, for sure, there.
Yeah. Well, looks like Bounty Hunter will live to fight another day. This Radiant team need to get some more Sentry Ward if they want to, Sentry or Dust if they want to try kill him. But for the time being, looking at some of these other lanes, Puck at mid is against this Clockwork, and it looks like Puck winning the CS battle here quite handily. But Clockwork, he's got his boots as well as Bottle, and there goes more Dust towards the bottom lane. So they really just want to keep on killing Cassie in this off lane.
All right, you know nobody's CSing well when Chen has the highest CS in the game, right? Is that a fact?
Depends. Chen's just
Depends
killing
on what creeps he's getting.
He's killing the small neutral stack, which has 5 creeps.
He's level 5. Jesus.
Oh man.
He's like the highest level in the game.
At 5 minutes in, that's like as good as it gets for it.
Yeah. Chen OP.
TP coming bottom lane from the Nature's Prophet. Pub gonna go down again. It looks like.
Yep.
They get that kill with these. Meanwhile, mid lane, Clockwork. He's been initiated on. He's going for a hook on the Puck. Maybe he's bottling up. The silence comes a bit later. I think he actually survives this unless an ensnare comes in. Well, that ensnare on cooldown. The second ensnare not going to get used, and Clockwork's going to stay mid.
Yeah, nicely played.
One orb and he's in trouble though.
By State 21 survives that one. I mean, using a Clockwork hook to survive right now, it's absolutely fine because you don't have to be leaving that lane.
So that kill there on the Bounty Hunter, once again, not using dust. Like they brought more dust to the Spirit Breaker, but they didn't actually have to use it.
I mean, a big part of that is when you charge give you vision of the hero,
yeah.
And then by the time the Spirit Breaker gets there, he's just low enough where a single stun and a couple more right clicks gets the job done. So.
Well, this is I'd say a good start for SFZ here. The one thing Poseidon have going for them is a free farm Alchemist. He's gone for his own Midas, which it looks like he only used once so far, maybe. Would have got it around the 5-minute mark.
And I think this is a case where perhaps if you pick up a Quelling Blade, you would actually get your Midas a little bit quicker, which sounds bizarre, but it's actually the case because you're missing a lot of CS.
He's still missing CS under his tower.
So it's one of those items that, it doesn't matter whether you're good at last hitting or not. Sometimes tower damage, you just miss last hits. Mid lane here looks like a sting into a Gale, and looks like he uses orb. That's his escape spell. He has to jaunt the way he thinks is safe.
The charge is coming though. There's the Hand of God. He may get the Venomancer.
What a player!
Well, they still get the kill. It's still, I mean, it's as good a result as Puck could have hoped for, but Venom, I guess, one of the squishy heroes who does get brought down.
But getting a solo kill in the mid lane against Puck, which shouldn't usually ever happen, they do, so it's very nicely done. Back in the top lane, we're going to see a push coming in, and I don't really think that Prophet could defend by himself, but here comes Venomancer. Look at these wards, level 1 wards, free gold.
Yeah.
Next to that tower.
He's only got level 3 here. Nature's Prophet can't even really drag the creep wave off. Cherry, no Midas just yet. We are 7 minutes in. Often, like, offlane Nature's Prophet, you still get that Midas, like, around 8 minutes, 9 minutes, generally. Well, Alchemist, if he wants to try and chase down, get a stun off, he maybe could go for this. Nature's Prophet doesn't have boots. But it looks for now like they may just try and get... Oh, they're not even going to get this T1 tower. And Alchemist, you got to use that Midas. Every second, missing value. Alright, here we go.
Yeah, I think chasing under the tower is somewhat dangerous, especially if there's a Spirit Breaker on the map. You don't want to have an extended team fight where, the Radiant have the level 1 tower to TP to, and you don't. Especially when the Spirit Breaker charges in, he brings a lot more havoc. So, it's, just try to get the tower. If you can't get it, just back off and try to reset. And that's what they're doing right now.
Well, bottom T1 tower about to get down to deny range, and it looks like Weaver wants to go in and try and make sure he can get the last hit for this, but he's lost creep wave, so he's constantly taking this wave, and...
I think between time-lapse, he can just go in and play aggressive. Oh, he's going to time-lapse Slough.
I don't like that time-lapse. He's still trying to scout out whether this tower's being denied or not. He needs to be... That was so close. There was no mana for a track, unfortunately.
Was he? Oh man, he didn't have Shuriken toss either.
He should just, he'll TP home, it looks like. Yeah.
Okay. That's very close of, that's a great play to, what's that one player, Infinity? Time lapse into under the tower to get the last hit and dies.
Yeah.
It's very close. It's hard, it's the right move, but...
Infinity also pulled a, he died to a Razor who static linked like plus 250 damage, brought back time lapse.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
And his Shikuchi was on cooldown. So he gets 3-shotted by a Razor while his Shikuchi's on cooldown after buyback time lapse. It was probably one of the funniest Weaver plays I've ever seen.
The place.
Yeah. Well, for the time being, SFZ do get get themselves a tower there. So nicely played by Weaver.
Yep. And that's going to help Nature's Prophet quite a bit. He's already got Midas running now for about 40 seconds or so. And if this game goes long enough with 2 Hannahs and Midas running, they will be pretty scary. Now, Alchemist for him, got to use that Midas. I'm not sure why he's not using it. He's getting charged now.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, if he dies before using this Midas, I'm going to laugh.
Oh, there goes your Clockwork. Clockwork actually hooks an ally. He still manages to catch the Visage here. Alchemist going to throw a stun. Hits 2 heroes. Drac actually on the Clockwork as well. Bounty Hunter's TP'd in for this one, and looks like he may get this Clockwork. He still doesn't pop that Midas, man. This is just losing value every single second.
Yeah, Wrath of Nature is going to come through right now. The Jaunt, ooh, it's going to hit everybody. Clockwork's going to be dead. We're going to see yet another summon again. It's going to come from the Venomancer. Venomancer pretty low. He's going to die. That's 2 track kills so far in a row, but looks like Alchemist, precision badges? Yes, they do actually get one without the bash. Midas, by the way, has not been used throughout all of that, and he's going to lose a lot more gold. But that's yet another track kill here. Weaver dropping low, Sakuching it to the right side, and he should be okay.
Yeah, they lose quite a lot at the top lane SFZ, but killing the Alchemist is still a really huge pickup. And like you said, no Midas being used. Yeah, every second this Midas isn't being used is just lost gold for the Alchemist.
1.9 gold, man. That's like a little bit more than the passive gold per second.
Yeah. Well, this T1 tower now under siege. Poseidon really want this. Clockwork's TPing and he gets immediately tracked up. After dropping the cogs, he's a little bit blocked here, and well, he's going to go for this T1 tower tonight, it looks like. Charge going on the Bounty Hunter. Is there dust or sentries, though, for him?
What a deny. I mean, they have Clockwork Hook coming up right now. The charge is going to come through, and it's going to hit right on Pub. Pub in huge trouble. Clockwork Hook's going to come through against Chen as well. They get one, and they're looking for Pub. There's that 1.2 bash that we're talking about. Gets yet another kill, and they also get the Visage. Very nicely played here from the Radiant side.
Yeah, they clean up there and prevent any more track kills being picked up. They're even going to bring down... Oh, actually, Chen Creeps get denied by the Puck.
Puck got 2 denies in a row. Very nicely done. And speaking of that Puck, he's up to 1,500 gold, so very, very nicely done for him.
Yep, well, now the siege on this top tier 1 tower for SFZs. They're coming on top of the kills. They might... Oh, Puck, phase shift, dodges the charge, but the problem is there's follow-up coming. Clockwork he did precast the battery assault, and he's going to get the kill on the Puck as a result. They lose the Spirit Breaker to do this. Pub now in trouble. The dust has already been used for Nature's Prophet. It's on cooldown, unfortunately. So now they're on the run. Venomancer maybe going to give another track kill. The Puck all being in. Venomancer will take a fall, and Puck, he wants more. He's got no Dream Coil, though, so he needs to be careful how much he actually chases here. The track down on the Clockwork. One more Janata hit will help. Uh-oh, that's not the Sprout you were looking for. But Pub actually going to be the one who goes down. Clockwork TPing out. Can they bring down the Bounty Hunter? There's no dust.
Both is fine.
Dust.
The dust comes out here. Why was the dust so late? Maybe it was so on cooldown. Sakuchi's going to come out, and Puck's dying. Puck had 1,500 gold. He gets a couple of kills after buying back. He dies now down to 1,300 gold. Fight's not over yet. We're going to see Charge giving side against Jada. Jada trying to TP out. The Gemini attacks Sakuchi. Perfect animation cancel from Yamaha. Beautiful place.
This is just a completely different Scary Faces team that we're seeing in game number 2.
Yeah, Scary Face, once they get the snowball going, they're rolling down that hill, man.
Well, the support Spirit Breaker, I'm starting to get sold on it. It's doing well. And
yeah, a lot better than they carry Spirit Breaker. Because this hero, at least in the early get-go of the game, is very item independent. He's so tanky, you just need to charge in. And that's exactly what we see.
Another charge can be going down towards the bottom lane. They want this Alchemist. He's already really low. It looks like he did get hooked by the Clockwork. The problem is, can they actually finish him off?
Spirit Breaker's coming in.
He's got too much backup, though.
Does he?
3 heroes here. Chen even there with a mech if needed. Alchemist channeling a stun. Can he actually throw it? He may just kill himself here. Oh, this is bad. He's not going to kill himself. He's going to get mech'd up. It's also only a level 1 stun, but meanwhile, Clockwork has a Blade Mail. Going to pop it on. Needs to use another cogs. Unfortunately, it's on cooldown. It looks like we may see a track kill go the way of Poseidon here. They're also going to get the Venomancer. 2 track kills. That is not what SFZ were looking for when they went on the Alchemist.
What was he doing there, the Venomancer?
Yeah, costly stuff. But meanwhile, top lane, is Jodam just going to straight up die to this Weaver?
Yeah, they're charging him up top here. Yamaha going for the right clicks here. We do see a teleportation, and the Sprout's going to be there, and that's going to be yet another kill. Man, you wish SFZ has track. Because they're getting so many kills here. Teleport out. Shuriken Toss going to cancel that one.
He's got teleport in 8 seconds, though, or teleportation. Spirit Breaker will straight up TP out without any problem. Problem is... Uh-oh, can he actually get out of this one? There's a Shuriken.
Sprout? No,
he can TP. TP. He'll get cancelled by a Shuriken, then he's got to recast it.
He's dead.
Yeah.
You have to Sprout the Bounty Hunter. Or at least walk down the ramp and then Sprout the ramp like this. But,
yeah. It's only a level 1 Sprout, ultimately, so the teleport was going to take a long time, and 3-second duration on that Sprout may have not been enough.
Okay, so I think Poseidon right now...
That was 3 track kills in a row.
Yeah, I think... there was like 5 or 6 track kills so far we've seen out of Poseidon.
Yeah.
And that to me is maybe enough to cover 3 or 4 kills of their, 6 kill, 5 kill deficit. So I feel like Poseidon's actually doing quite okay. But if you look at the gold graph, yeah, they're only down by 1,500 gold, despite being down by 6 kills.
Here comes the Spirit Breaker. He's got vision of this Alchemist thanks to a nice Observer. The problem is, they need more than just Spirit Breaker to get this kill, I'm pretty sure.
Well, they have Clockwork. Clockwork coming in from afar. The stun's going to be there. Clockwork hook. Just barely in range.
They've got Dust ready as well. He just got his Shadow Blade. He immediately dies. I'm actually surprised he went for a Shadow Blade build, especially considering he's sitting on level 1 stun. Like, you go level 1 stun, you're thinking, like, let's go late game carry. You're not thinking, let's pick up a Shadow Blade and gank.
I mean, this... Airman.
TI3 carry player.
TI3 carry player. Like, it just... It feels like he's just going for the cookie cutter build, but the cookie cutter build doesn't work in this. It's like you're saying level 1 stun. You have to realize the Radiant is completely prepared with detection. Like, level 1, they have Sentry and Dust. And they're not going to just say, hey, you have Alchemist, we're not going to get detection.
And combined with that, his Midas. It's up. What's he doing with it? Like, he died with the Midas up, and more lost gold. He got a very late Shadow Blade, considering he went for the max Greevil's Greed, got a Midas. You should be getting that Shadow Blade around 11 minutes in, or maybe 12 minutes, but he got it at 14, 15. Yeah,
considering that he's been getting ganked, I think it's a little bit fair to say that this is still a very good time, but 15 minutes in, 80 CS, that's not too impressive, especially with the Midas, and his farm's not looking too good.
The Weaver's 2k net worth ahead of him.
Yep. I mean, Weaver's got a much higher GPM, he's been participating in fights, he's got 6 kills and 2 assists. I mean, damn, Jesus.
Yeah. Already has the BK. I like the BKB instead of Lincoln's when you're against the Puck, because Puck has so many ways of killing a Weaver once you have a Blink Dagger up, unless the Weaver has BKB.
I mean, he probably will get both. Or probably, you generally don't go back for a Lincoln's as a second item choice. Yeah.
Be BKB Deso, I imagine, at this point, unless you want to go for an MKB, but there's no evasion yet on this Poseidon team.
Alright, so that's another tower last hit here for Yamaha.
Yeah. And we kind of said, we talked about how Venomancer hasn't been doing too well, has been losing a lot of games, but so far Venomancer's been pretty okay impact, I'd say.
He has 10 assists. I mean, you can't ask for too much from a support. I mean, obviously he does have 4 TEF.
He helped dominate the laning stage, has been his main impact this game. Well, and now we're going to see another tier 2 tower go down. So tier 2 top, tier 2 mid. Puck needs to be very careful.
Oh, he's going to get hooked.
Hook. Oh no, he misses. Nature's Prophet's going to come in though. There's Treants, there's Sprout, Puck. Does have Blink in a second, and oh no.
Gotta be careful. Pup going for the courier kill, I think. Ooh, let's get a courier kill. Do we have Dust available? The charge gonna come through. They are gonna lose the bounty hunter as a result, but I think it's worth.
These poor couriers. That was the Radiant courier dies just after the Dire courier. This has just been a poor
how did
game.
The Radiant courier die? How did the Dire courier die? Prophet?
I assume Prophet. I didn't actually see it die. I just saw the message pop up. I'm not actually sure.
Okay.
Where did it die? It died just at the smack dab in the middle lane, so I don't know exactly what happened with it. That's the 3 courier kills so far this game.
Alright. This is a very interesting boots upgrade here for Nature's Prophet. Face boot, fairly deep. I'm not sold on... Normally you get this in lane, too.
Yeah, and you get it as like a first time. There's not much point getting phase boots at this stage. You want to normally go for the treads
Yeah,
instead.
when you have Shadow Blade, I think phase is a waste of... I guess you just want the plus damage, but if you want 24 plus damage right now, there's also other better options. Like if you get a Oblivion Staff, you get plus damage and attack speed.
Yep.
So I'm not sure what this phase is about.
Okay. Well, we'll see. It looks like just a group up at bottom. They want to go for this last outside tower, the tier 2 at bottom. They can then fall back for Roshan. They've got Venomancer, Plague Wards, they've got Nature's Prophet Treants. They've got a lot to help them actually bring down Roshan. And right now, SFZ is actually in a really good position. Charge in. Gonna find Pub. Oh, gets countered by a Shuriken. The immediate dust coming out. Looks like they want to go on Bounty Hunt, but look how far deep Spirit Breaker is going. He should be paying for this with his life. It looks like he will. He's getting really low here. Stunned up by Familiars. In goes the Puck, and Spirit Breaker goes down. I think he just got way too overzealous there.
Yeah, maybe I was expecting Clockwork to join him, but Clockwork really in trouble as well. We do have the BKB Weaver going to work. They do see the Alchemist, and Alchemist will be going down yet once again. He's regenerating a lot of a Dream Cold just to stop the chase. Very nicely done.
Yep, meanwhile on the river, Clockwork still slightly on the run here. And these two heroes, the Venomancer, completely caught on his own. He's going to give away a track kill as well. And Weaver, no track on him. And he's actually going for a Crystallis. I do not like this Yamaha.
Why don't you like this?
Why don't you get a Deso? What does like Crystallis or Daedalus give that? I mean, the actual like DP like damage for cost is just so much better on a Desolator than a crit.
I'm not disagreeing with you here, but Chrysalis does give you big red numbers.
It's for the style points.
All top lane. So what Pub needs to do there is attack, track, attack, 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 attack.
I think Nature's Prophet just trades hits.
Straight hits, and one
There's
person
a
will
charge
win
for
that.
vision, but
Yeah.
the sprout kind of sealed his fate there. If he didn't actually get caught in his own sprout, he gets that kill on Pub with the charge vision, and Pub is going to go down.
Buy back, sure. Cherry says, no, JK, I want that fight. you're dead. I'm not.
Well, Bounty says I just got myself a track kill and forced to buy back. Yeah. Who's the sucker now?
I really think that right now SFZ is they're very close to kind of throwing away the big lead that they had.
I fully agree. The Spirit Breaker initiation at bottom lane going way too
deep.
And
the unnecessary buyback
yep.
on the top. Well, this is a big ancient stack. If Alchemist gets this one, he's gonna pull himself quite. Oh man, look at that gold. It's flowing in.
All right. Well, I guess maybe it looks like BKB is going to be picked up first. Then you look to go back for something like the Assault Cuirass.
You mean for Alchemist?
Yeah, for Alchemist.
Yeah, I think you need a BKB first, and Assault's a very nice evil.
Yep. Well, Puck going to orb his way away from a Clockwork Battery Assault. And SSV are trying to maybe contest this Ancient Pool. They see, though, it's already mostly been killed, so they're a little bit too late here. But they can take some of these bigger, more gold-heavy neutrals. Or Ancients, I should say.
Oh, there's a gem up on Puck next to his Blink Dagger as well, so he's going to be looking for a way to deal with this Weaver.
Yep.
It's kind of a chaotic fight over these Ancients right now. Everybody dancing back and forth. Yamaha coming in. You gotta, again, keep in mind the Puck does have detection.
Yep, more tracks being popped as well to combine with that, so these heroes go down, and we've seen Venomancer die quite a few times recently. This is track gold going their way, but for now, he's actually stolen one of the Ancients. Looks like he's going to steal both these Ancient Black Dragons as well, so this is decent gold. A good, like, 500-600 gold going the way of SFZs with this steal.
For your supports, you can't really ask for more. Yeah. So, and speaking of support, I mean, Spirit Breaker is getting up to...
This looks more like an offlane Spirit Breaker with his items.
Yeah, and the ironic thing is that the offlane Spirit Breaker would never get this farm, whereas the support Spirit Breaker will. Yeah. Because he is not expected to take up a lane. He's always off the map. He's going to find more ganking opportunity as a support than as a laner. So, Spirit Breaker... meant to be played as support, I think, or more effective as a support. Excuse me.
All right. Well, Roshan now up, and it looks like SFZ maybe going to try and go in there. And Poseidon not really in position to contest this. Alchemist, he's off in the jungle. They've got multiple heroes in the jungle, in fact, and no tier 2 towers to come. They're starting to rotate though. Can they actually get here in time though?
Yeah, they are rotating. They
scouted out.
Yeah, here comes a track, and that's tracking into the Roshan pit like this is very, very difficult for SFZ to deal with. Keep in mind that Blink. Coil is going to be coming. Oh, they have no detection. That's a huge mistake. And here comes a Coil. That's going to be onto 3. They melt the Venomancer right from the beginning. And Blamemail not doing too much against the Alchemist. Looks like they're going to kill State 21 as well. And trying to TP out from Blackbeard. He doesn't get the TP out. 3 kills. 2 of them track. Into the Roshan pit they go. And Poseidon will regain their lead as SFZ thrown away. How can you Roshan with no detection?
Yeah, no detection. They get tracked up, and Poseidon just had perfect knowledge. The Alchemist also had just picked up his BKB.
And they're going to get one more as well. Venomancer dies another
a track
time.
as well. They're giving away so many track kills, unnecessary fights. They give up an Aegis and Roshan as well. I feel SFZ should be winning this game, and it feels to me like they should have a 10 to 15k gold lead after the start they had, but instead they're just throwing away kills, throwing away unnecessary fights, not having detection, just doing a lot of really big unnecessary mistakes.
Yeah, I mean the detection they had was dust, but when you're Roshaning, you need sentry. They have one over here, but you need one closer to where you are, maybe like in front of the pit, maybe on this ramp. It's just, I mean, if they end up losing this game, plays like that are things that they have to turn back and look to. And if you look at Bounty Hunter, he was fairly poor with only Phase and Drums. Suddenly gets a Vlad's, and he's also up to another 1800 gold. He's so rich right now.
Yeah, he's doing absolutely fantastic. Alchemist, who was starting to fall behind as well, as BKB, 2k gold, and has picked up his plate mail. So Assault Crest not far off. And all these Dire heroes suddenly looking so much richer. Visage, 1k gold with a Ghost Scepter. Chen, he's got his mech and Ghost Scepter. So the actual physical damage from Spirit Breaker, from Weaver, is going to be largely negated with all these Ghost Scepters picked up.
Yeah, it's like you said, not Alchemist. Spirit Breaker is one of those heroes that when you're winning, he's a great hero to have. But when you're losing, he's not, because he's a suicidal, at the end of the day, he's a suicidal initiator, much like a Clockwork, but he doesn't disable like a Clockwork, he doesn't zone people out like a Clockwork, he just kind of initiates, and hopefully he could kill a couple people before he dies. But when you're playing on a losing end, you'll die a lot quicker. and your job is going to be left unaccomplished.
All right, well, for the time being, it looks like SFZ realized that these last few fights haven't gone their way. They actually just sort of backed off, farming their own jungle, trying to get their next few items up. Orchid going to be the item of choice for Nature's Prophet. I guess, I mean, Hex would be nice, but the Orchid will give him a bit more damage output. Clockwork actually has his Ag Scepter, so that's actually a pretty big pickup for State on the Clockwork. And Weaver with a Daedalus, so the last few fights haven't gone their way, but they're going to find themselves with a couple crucial items that will give them a lot better of a team fight.
Yeah, the Daedalus definitely is an item that could give them a ton of damage output, especially with Gemini attack, increasing the proc chance by quite a bit. And of course, like you said, Clockwork, having both Blade Mail as well as Ag Scepter. More importantly, the BKB, soon to be finished on Blackbird. That's where I think Spirit Breaker becomes fairly legitimate as a frontline initiator.
Yep. Well, we're going to see Weaver taking down Ancients here. Clockwork, there we go. The Ag Scepter picked up. As far as the dire side Poseidon go, it seems like they're happy to just look to trade farm a bit themselves. They have the Aegis on the Alchemist, but
yeah.
He's about to hit 16, and he's going to have the Assault Crest soon. So I imagine they try and take a fight while they have the Aegis here.
Do they need to? Do you say, hey, I'm going to use the Aegis and buy myself a couple more minutes of free farm?
I think once you have the Assault Crest, I mean, you're farming for your Basher maybe, your Abyssal Blade. I think, like, Ultra late game, I don't think Poseidon have a better late game because they have Alchemist. They've only got a one-core lineup. Bounty Hunter I don't really consider a carry, whereas the Radiant team, Weaver and Prophet. Like, your Spirit Breaker not really offering a carry. I feel like SFZ have the better sort of late game carries.
I mean, your Spirit Breaker is a bash, right? At the very least, he's going to be useful against the Alchemist.
Yes,
so
a counter BKB hero.
Yeah, I agree with sentiment, and maybe they should be pushing.
Yeah, I think Poseidon's lineup, even heroes like Visage don't scale that well to the late game. Bounty Hunter's like going to just be offering like a Vladzora and some track vision.
Thank you for the alarm. Yes, we are awake.
Yeah. By the way, BTS, you guys have casting. Wake up now.
How? It's just making me sad that we see Airman not using his Mana Midas.
So many times, so many times. Well, he's getting the big fat ancient stacks, but there's your Assault Crest, and well, I think they should really fight. I mean, he can sell his he's got this Midas slot which he can replace with an item, but apart from that, he's not going to be getting too much more on top of what he's got now.
I mean, where's the position? Where's the place that you want to fight at? You just push tier 2 bottom and say, all right, here's a spot we want to take a fight in. Or I think the first place you want to take is that tier 1 mid.
Yeah.
You just can't have it for the Radiant to freely access to the Roshan pit. 30 minutes in the game like that.
It seems the big challenge with actually like saying, hey, let's just take a fight is to do so you sort of have to maybe group up and push, but SFZ have great counter push and just split push. They can send the Nature's Prophet to one lane, Weaver can push another lane, so by the time you start pushing out lanes, your other lanes are being pressured as well.
Well, they're doing a good job at least pushing out everything out to the river, so they are going to group out on tier 2 bottom lane. They will have Puck coming in. Venomaster not in position to drop his wards. Clockwork not in position to use Clockwork Hogs to kind of slow things down. He's going to walk in, do a little bit of pushing away. All right, slow things down.
Yep. Gives away a track on himself, which isn't really the end of the world. He can still try and find a hookshot line even with this. And it looks like, Glyph is being popped, suggesting they want to try and maybe take this fight. Weaver, Chikuchi on through, and Clockwork still unable to find a hookshot. So Tau going to go down. Now they want to engage, but Puck's found his way in first. Alchemist drops a stun, catches out to both Veno as well as Clockwork going to take a fall, it looks like. Track kills galore. Alchemist getting 2 kills. Weaver now on the run. Can they, they get a track on him, so that's a really, even if they don't kill him, they've got vision of him for a good 30 seconds.
This is where you just go straight up high ground. 2 people dead for about 30 seconds or so.
Yeah. And perfect vision. Like, you can see the enemy carry hero. They know exactly where Weaver is.
And Alchemist Aegis for 20, 30 more seconds, but I don't think he needs the Aegis. No. He's just so damn tanky. This tier 3 tower going down quick, and suddenly ScaryFacezzzz are asking themselves, what just happened in the last 5 to 10 minutes? Weren't we winning? Yeah. They were for a bit, but misplays coming out left and right.
Yeah, I don't even feel like it was Poseidon's lineup like kicking in, or Poseidon even starting to play some amazing Dota. I think it was just SFZ getting just making bad calls, making bad decisions when and where to engage.
Oh, looks like the sun's gonna go on Yamaha. He's dropping low. Where's
familiar
the test of
chain
faith?
stun.
There's the orb. There's gonna be a kill. The teleportation, that's gonna be from Clockwork. Clockwork, where's the cog? He needs to get a really good one here. No, he's running away with the blade mail. Turn back on. Cherry's gonna get picked off. There's the Clockwork hook for a couple, but he's gonna get stunned. And the birds.
The minus armor too. Jesus. Medallion with acid spray made those birds do so much right-click damage.
That's a couple more. Look at this goal graph. As steep as.
Who needs to get tier 1 mid towers? Like, they just get Raxes at bottom while there's still tier 1 towers up on the map and they're getting Raxes.
I think they lost a tier 2 top or something like that. Yeah. Maybe a tier 2 mid. That's weird.
No big.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they can wait for the next Roshan, then they can... In the meantime, while waiting for it, they just take towers like this T1 mid.
Yeah, no, nothing's really stopping them.
Well, I mean, just... What... SFZ, like, they had such a good lead here. This should have been their game. They gave away so many unnecessary track kills. They took some really just questionable fights, and like Prophet buying back and giving away more kills, and the terrible fight at the Roshan pit. It's just been really bad. I mean, just it's the team decision making. It's like which fights to take, and then also, of course, some individual decision making, like the Prophet buyback.
Right. Now Alchemist buys both Breach of Travel and a Basher, so he is officially, you know, the killing machine. If anybody wants to 1v1 him.
All right. Well, as it stands, Poseidon with a really strong lead here. Next Roshan not for some time, but Poseidon just split farming. They're like, yeah, whatever. We don't have to end this game right now. They may actually get a kill at mid lane. Another track kill as well on top of that. He BKBs just to make sure of it.
I don't see Radiant winning from this position anymore.
No, they've got. I mean, they have the dual core late game with a Nature's Prophet and a Weaver, but more than anything, it's not. I mean, sure they're behind by a lot of gold, but I just don't see them winning because they've shown some really bad late game decision making.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
Like I mean, if this was like a different team who had had been playing like a really consistent late game, just playing conservative, I'd say maybe they can, but they've just shown they make some bad calls. So, SFZ maybe going to be dropping 0-4 here, despite having at one point a 4,000 gold lead.
Now we're seeing a 14,000 gold deficit, 18,000 gold swing.
That is just such a quick and sudden drop. Well, Poseidon, their hopes may be kept alive here in Group D. A win here would put them up to 2-2, and they go on to verse Fnatic next. So I'd say they'd have to.
Fnatic's a beatable opponent.
Yeah, they have to win at least one game against Fnatic if they want to get top 2, and I'd say ideally you have to win both. After losing 0-2 to rox.kis, I think they have to win both games.
I feel like this group is one of those groups that even the top seed could be beaten. Like Na'Vi, you could take a game off of Na'Vi.
Yeah, especially Dendy's been sick lately. Unfortunately, he was meant to be going to South Africa, but
Na'Vi's one of those teams that like they don't take these group stage match as seriously.
That's true.
And it's not something I say. That's something they say. They believe in. It's like small cup, whatever. We'll show up and play.
Yeah. Even though it's $25,000, I think, or is it 50? Yeah, $25,000. But to them, it's not so much the round of the prize pool. It's just the aspect that it's an online tournament, like online league that goes for a long time, and they're like, okay, well, no line finals. We don't have to take these matches as seriously.
Charge coming in here against Dust. Are we gonna see it? Oh, the Hex comes out. Oh, and Blackbird's gonna be dead.
Yeah, the Alchemist meanwhile throws a stun out onto the Venomancer, and they lose Spirit Breaker. They're gonna lose the Weaver as well, and none of these heroes having buybacks, it looks like. This is going to be mid-tier 2 tower and possibly even Rax's without even getting the next Aegis and Roshan.
Oh, they're definitely getting Aegis. Weaver doesn't have buyback. Yeah, this is Rax for sure.
Yeah. Bounty Hunter just sort of poking forward. He's trying to get a retrack on the Venomancer. Doesn't do so in time, but that's no big deal for them. Puck going to go orbing high ground, and Puck, well, X up in 3 seconds, so any heroes trying to come in and stop these Raxes going down do face getting just immediately jumped on.
Alright, Venom dropping a couple wards. Clockwork hooking in. Cogs pushing him back out. Nicely played here. Trying to defend, but oh my god, he just dies to the ranged nukes.
Yeah. You drop a medallion. He's sitting in acid spray as well. His minus armor is just ridiculous there. He's seeing like practically 0 armor. And GG even getting called.
Dang. Whew. Yeah, no surprises here, judging how the game was going.
It's SFZ, I mean, showing a good early game, but really just giving up a big lead they had. I mean, sure, some of their heroes like Venomancer is very early game centric, but they had such a strong start. They had a Nature's Prophet and Weaver. Weaver got ridiculously farmed. When your Weaver is 2.5k gold net worth ahead of an Alchemist at like 20-25 minutes in the game, you should be winning that game.
Yeah, and when Alchemist gets Shadow Blade first, the first gank he dies in.
Yeah,
you should be winning that game. When Alchemist doesn't use Midas for like 3 minutes,
should be winning that game.
Should be winning that game.
But Poseidon, ultimately just showing their experience and also their ability to really recognize and punish mistakes. A lot of teams, there'll be like a mistake in front of them, which they can get some kills and really turn around the game, but they won't always take it. Whereas these players, former VP players, 3 of them,
you could call it experience. But when a Spirit Breaker charges past tier 3 tower and half the team is not even there, I call it something else. I don't call it experience.
Yeah, that was where really it started to turn around, that bottom tier 2 tower, where Spirit Breaker charged on in, Even if Clockwork is in range and hooks in, it's still Spirit. Then it's not. It's both those two.
Yeah,
heroes dying.
they're both dying.
You're diving into a five-man army. Like
Yeah.
Weaver's not getting into that fight. Nature's Prophet's not teleporting in. I don't know. Spirit Breaker started things off great for his team, but then kind of it collapsed. Shit
That
went south.
Blackbeard, too much manliness.
Well, that does it. We have 2 more best of 2s coming up. Both Fnatic as well as Na'Vi going to be playing. Our next one is going to be Fnatic versus the team we just saw win 2-0. So Fnatic versus Poseidon, and then rox.kis versus Na'Vi. So stay tuned. We'll be taking a short break and be back with our next 2-game series.